Greetings, everyone. Wish I have an idea what I get to see every day. Oh, look at me. I'm on Zoom. Well, why I'm on Zoom? Because apparently when I use the other live stream, I just it's all shaky. And so tonight I'm advertising Zoom. So they're not going to be removing their little logo anytime soon. So anyway, it's the way it goes. So greetings, everyone. Our today's topics are in the video description. The title description, the video description. I'm not sure if that's even working. The default is. You might have saw I have a social network. I'm really proud of it. It's in shambles right now, but I can't put in the description below because if I do a live stream, it's all ruffled and beat up. This seems to be a lot smoother. Of course, it looks like I'm selling Zoom, but this is a lot smoother, so we'll just use this for now until I upgrade the system, or I just start using Zoom and just get Zoom to pay me to advertise their services. Maybe I can get them to do that. I'm gonna have to become more boisterous about having their logo in the corner. They must be able to do something about that. I mean, come on, people. I mean, if they remove that, I'll mostly use Zoom because it seems to runs pretty smooth. So anyway, okay, if you want to know about Zoom, now you know about Zoom. So anyway, okay, we're all over the place as usual, and we'll go back to we'll go back to. Hopefully, this is okay. This is Spirit Q, and it says Spirit and just the letter Q.com. You can't really do a search on it. I just submitted it. So when you do profile or go to sign in, you just sign in with Google, nothing else. It's just Google right now. Their Facebook isn't working. Like I said, it seems kind of shambles right now. We'll go into more details when I get into all this. I need to turn myself off. Hey, look, it's everybody. Hello, everybody. Let's see here. So this is going to take some time to get used to all this. Yeah, people on the webinars, come on, people, figure out how to put your logo somewhere. I don't even know how to do it anymore. How do you put your avatar on Zoom? I can't figure out how to do it. I don't remember how I even did it. So anyway, it doesn't matter. All right, so today's topic, flat Earth. Not to say we're going to go into those topics that deeply. Mandela effect. I'm trying to remember what I wrote on there. And timeline healing that I heard something about that I'm not really connected to at all. I don't know, something happened in Antarctica and timeline's all screwed up. Yeah, it's hard. You wouldn't be able to notice. The world seems to be pretty at a joint as it is, so I don't see any of that. I mean, yeah, timelines get jolted every once in a while, or I feel like every once in a while. But for the most part, I mean, look at 2008 with the crash. That's kind of like a big timeline. That's a timeline shift. These other ones, I'm not picking up on anything. So others, I don't know what these aliens are talking about. Some of you have heard from Bucalo about a timeline needs to be healed and all that. Maybe I'm not understanding it, but I'm not connected to it either. People want my input on it, so I'm going to say I don't see anything. I'm not feeling anything. And as the world turns, we have much to do. As for healing, as you can tell. So I'm not getting a whole lot on it. As for Mandela effect, I didn't get much from that either. But some are connecting to it. So such as this thing in Antarctica, something happened in Antarctica, whatever it might have been. There's stuff always going on in Antarctica and other dimensions, of course. But some are connected to and some don't. Like the Mandela effect, I didn't really connect to that much either. Not to say it's not happening, but I'm just not picking up. Now, it does help people awaken, and even in this timeline shift situation. Like I said, the big ones are like the economy, 9/11, any type of terrorist attack. In some cases, usually the major ones are major, like, well, 9/11 is a good example of that. That's a major timeline disruption. Other than that, it's a shift also, a purge, you can say. But other than that, but others are, like I said, if you feel a difference there, go for it. Not, it's fine. I wouldn't put anything into it. As for the flat Earth, some people connected that. Some people are in those realities right now in a flat Earth. I'm not sure why I want to be in a flat Earth, but that's fine. It seems kind of, I guess you can say it's different than what you're being sold, so which is quite understandable. You want, there's something going on, quite understandable. I just feel a lot of Arcturian energies around the flat Earth theory. It's another way to awaken humanity. Not to say it does not exist. It's just there are realities where it's full, very, very real. Definitely, it's weird. Very weird. I think we're weird. Okay. Enough of all that. Okay, that was my 2 bits. That's the title. Okay, that's it. Now we're gonna go to something totally different. I'm not sure what that's gonna be. We basically just leave it open to see if we have a message from the other side. One moment. Let's see what we got here. Humanity is in adolescence at this time, spiritually. But the doorways are open and the hallways will be crowded, as many who wish to ascend to a higher energy level. These are the angels. As you go forward, you will know more about yourselves. Your past lives become more clear. It's like going through a library and you'll see it's all you in that library. So they don't want to overwhelm us, not at all, because we can be easily overwhelmed because of our low density field. But it is like us looking through a keyhole, something like that, where we will start to get curious on what's on the other side of that door. So we will increase our energy levels where we can handle more information. But right now we're in the early stages of that. Such as other aliens where they can just or spiritual beings, but aliens because they're very close to us. Spiritual beings on the other side, angels on the other side. Uh, the aliens are very close to us. Seeing them, seeing them. Well, it seems like as the more of us awaken, the more probability it comes into light. But just like our aliens, we will start evolving just as they do, where they can grab data from anywhere. There's a lot of negativity along the spiritual communities, of course, because many are still understanding themselves, so many still have much fear. Understanding it connected to fourth density energies is like it's like going to a party where everybody's walking on air. So feels weird at first, but when you get used to it, that's all you ever want. So you understand why people pull back from this stuff? It's like you're supercharged. It's like you're going 1,000 miles an hour. You are. And right now we're going at 1 mile an hour, or maybe less than that. So it's transforming the soul. Over time, it will start. There's going to that's why you can't go fast with this stuff. As for alien, sorry, I'm just any place to put my foot. I have nowhere to put it. So anyway, it gets when you raise your vibration, you will see more of this. And many have. I'm not talking right. I guess the background has changed a little bit since I've been gone. Yeah, that wasn't there. Anyway, never mind all that. Sorry. But as you, one moment. basically just feel the transmission, feel yourself I can't say it. As you transition to a higher density, you'll feel yourself just transform. That's what we're looking for. Ever so slowly, you'll feel this. And it's kind of like we'll become the aliens here. More spiritual people become more aware of their abilities. You will become alien here. As the lower density people will be, jealous in some degree. And also afraid. So you're looking for your aliens. Well, you're looking at yourself right now, basically. You're just preparing yourself right now. So more of this will come. This has been coming through here and there. So this will be coming through more clearly as you connect to yourself, however you want to do it. Basically, we're all magicians in some shape or form, however you want to call it. We're all magicians. We are capable of healing. We're capable of everything, basically. But everyone's at a different level. Basically, let's put it this way. Some souls don't want to put the work into it. And then they get jealous of others that do. Just like anything in life, happens with spiritualism also. I mean, notice I do a video every day. No matter what it is, I'll put something up somehow. And others don't do that so much. So at least I'm putting in the effort. No matter what it is. No matter the time. Okay, sometimes I miss a couple, it goes into midnight because of the processing and stuff like that. For most of the time, it's every day. For the majority, it's every day. So I'm going to more longer form. I'm not sure how long I'm going to go tonight. See, it's been a rough day for me, man. Just energy levels, everything's been kind of. Oh, maybe it had something to do with my dream. Oh, you're wondering, hey, Ivan, what about that dream you had last night? Oh, okay. I'm glad you asked. It probably has a lot to do with the dream I had last night. Do I need to put an image out for you to understand what I'm talking about? Probably, and probably easier. Let me get to my. Let's turn on internet, or the internet's already on, but let's go to the internet. So, one moment, I'll be back. I just want to give you an idea of what I'm connecting to. Greetings, everyone in the chat room. Anything going on exciting? The her spins. Oh, I don't want to go into all of that. Eclectic holes. Yep, there's that. White pimp. Yep. Oh yeah, Ivan is smoke. Yeah, I feel like I'm actually a good citizen on stream, but off streaming from some ice cube in his car smoking blunt. I don't want to get back to this. The answer to that is no. Okay, I'll be back. I don't do that. Might seem my way, but no. Some people would pay to be like me, as you can tell. I've always been like this since I was a kid, so I'm always connected to something messed up, basically. So people would pay to be in my position. So I'm not sure if that's something that's a good thing or not, but whatever. Connecting to weird. Okay, all right, back. All right, I'll go back to the dream. All right, hold on for a second. Let's see. As you can tell, I'm still on Zoom. I'm going to have to email them about that again. I'm going to have to go to hierarchy for that. Let's see here. James Bond. Yes, I saw James Bond in my dream, just to give you a clue where I'm heading with all this. Okay. Okay. Oops. Let's see here. Screenshot. Okay. All right. Let me set it up first. Because I might explain my day because I feel just sad. Just jeez. Anyway, I was running with somebody. I was running away from people. I was running with somebody. It was a celebrity. So I don't know if it's gonna be the future or what, but I was running away from him. I couldn't just coming. Just it was not good. It was a lot. I felt jealousy. It was a little bit of everything. It was not fun. Who I was with though. All right, we're gonna go to that right now. Okay, who I was with Bruce Willis. So Bruce Willis was with me, but what's funny? Something happened, like a shift or something like that, and it turned into Daniel Craig of James Bond. So, give you an idea who's open to all this stuff. Well, there you go, my friends. So, so yeah, I was running with Bruce Willis from Darkness, and then Bruce Willis turned into this guy. So that was interesting. So, as for what's going on Astral, well, that's what's going on Astral. So anyway, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to do my little. Okay, before we get fully started, let's go into. Let's see here. Nope. Oh yeah, I can go there. All right, we're back. Yeah, those that are new to, let me make sure. Okay. No, I'm not smoking crack. I do this. This is just the way I am. It's the way it is. Okay. Uh, if you're new to us, go to thisivantower.com. You can get private sessions, or you can go to the shop, and you can submit a question, and also if you need to receive an audio text in text form, you can receive that also. Of course, you can order private sessions here also if you'd rather not use the calendar, whichever works. I've been closing off most of my days recently because of work. I think Friday is open. It's also a Spirit Social, where we offer healings and submit a question, channeling, consulting. On one day from a day, the soul painting that's not from a day, and the chakra healing balancing is from a day also. Of course, she doesn't have her name on there, but that's with her also. Soul painting is not associated with a day. Just say no, and also here's a new. This is the new social network. As you can tell, it's in its early prime, and we'll go into that maybe if I remember. I can't put this. You know, can't put the link down below because there is no place to put it. It might have transferred over from Zoom, but I'm not sure. And this is not a Zoom advertisement, just in case you're wondering. So, all right. Topic of today. There is not one. Let's see here. Sasquatch energies. Oh, interesting. Sasquatch energies around NASA. That's interesting. That seem to be. Well, if I feel like they're watching NASA as. Let's see here. I don't believe they're worried. I'm not getting a clear connection on this one. Apparently, from what I'm feeling, there's a lot of shifts going on in NASA, as you are heard in the news. If you have not, basically, many are wanting to go out into space, and this is causing concern. I'm not feeling concerned from the Sasquatch at all, but it does seem like NASA is gearing up. At least the companies that are working with NASA. Of course, NASA is a big fat lie. There's a lot of they have not disclosed and most likely not going to, because they're controlled by the black projects. But it's just to make humans feel like they're all, connected to the universe and whatever you want to call it. As to knows how disconnected we are. We're going to stay disconnected for as long as we can. It does seem like they're going to bring in technologies into. They're going to bring in some. That's where they're going to do it. I did feel that they're going to bring in some technologies a little bit more advanced than what we're used to. I wasn't sure where they're going to do it. It feels like NASA's where they're going to start doing it. The robotic stuff, I'm seeing more flight coming through. As for more advancement in jet engines, as for how we have planes right now. Okay, just in case you don't know about that, anyway, I'm sorry. Uh, just connecting all this weirdness. A lot of planes are being, jets, and everybody hates flying right now. Quite understandable. From what I'm seeing, is more advanced technology as for flight, as for transporting people. Uh, 5 to 10 years, maybe longer, of just more advanced. I never really thought about that, but I did see them bringing in stuff little by little. So, do you see jet engines maybe going away and they're going to call it something else? I believe Boeing would be the first one, from what I'm feeling. So a lot of it is being built in NASA. Of course, that is like another way of leaking it through into our society, is through NASA and private companies that you've never heard of. And then the big companies like Google and Boeing and things like that buy them out. But usually some black projects is my knees acting not good. So yeah, I've been down on one of my vitamins, so now I'm feeling it. So take your vitamins, kids. Uh, as for yeah, it does seem like NASA and there's other companies, of course, are going to start leaking more of advanced technologies over like 5 to 10 years, probably longer than 5 to 10 years. Little by little, also AI seems to be advancing itself quite a bit. Uh, understand, what's interesting? Like someone's broken down for a reason, like a sex doll over here. Forgot about forgot about this. Nobody knows what that thing is. Okay, Google. Did you miss me?
Yes, I'm glad you're back.
Oh yeah, I learned this. They changed something on it. They're always updating it. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Raise volume to 8.
Okay.
Okay, great. I guess I can turn this thing off. Anyway. Okay, Google. Do you jog?
I'm always running. That way, I'm here when you need me.
Yeah. Terrible joke. Anyway, what I'm feeling is like with Apple. I'm not sure if anybody really connects to the tech stuff, but Apple, like Siri, is kind of sad compared. Well, this is a much improvement, but I think this is a more advanced one. I know Amazon has something, but this thing is kind of more. Anyway, it seems like from what I'm gathering, is that the Apple Siri is kind of diluted for a reason. Does seem like they don't want to show us that they're too advanced too fast, so they're making it look stupid for a while. It does affect sort of stock price. There's a lot going on, and Apple is not fully aware. There's a lot of mind control that goes on when they build these things. They're not aware of it. They're not in cahoots. They don't know. There are higher beings that are being involved. Now, that would become more known. I believe somebody keeps sending me emails about Qualcomm. Qualcomm is like, this is really boring. You think this is boring? That's even more boring. They do with, if I remember, what was asked this thing. Okay, Google. What is Qualcomm? Pronounce that right.
According to Wikipedia, Qualcomm is an American multinational semiconductor and telecommunications equipment company that
Yeah,
designs and markets wireless telecommunications
that's
products and services.
and apparently they're in a big. Anyway, somebody said something about the. Oh, so I got an email about their opening a vortex and please close that vortex. Now, it's a high possibility these big companies are doing that. Qualcomm. I don't believe Qualcomm is aware of it. There could be beings that are working in another dimension that are causing disruption. Let me tell you, I feel a lot around Apple right now. As for causing, there's a lot of manipulation going on they're not aware of. They become more aware of it. I believe many of them will be quitting very soon. There were people in with with money. Of course, they're not very easy on people either. But there's a lot. There's a lot of I, you can say it goes into the cabal, like the lower version of it. But it is part of the cabal. It isn't another dimension from what I'm feeling. Also, yes, there are other dimensions of the cabal that you do not see. Of course, you don't see the cabal at all, but there's other versions, or like levels of it that you're not going to see. You see, it comes down from the dimensions, wherever they're hiding, whatever rock they're hiding behind, and whatever. I believe they're in this unit. Yeah, they're around this world. Yeah, they do seem to govern other worlds. This one they have. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't want to go into them. I'm tired of those people. But anyway, at least this is what I'm being told around, at least around Apple, they're being heavily manipulated. Not to say anybody really cares, but it is getting quite fascinating. Causes stock price, but also it has to do with genetics, at least what they're building with these things. As for anyway, more you connect with these companies that are like ruling our lives, more you'll see another outside aware that we're not aware of. So I don't know, hoping I didn't bore anybody to death with that, but that goes with all the companies. It goes along with the stock market, things of that sort. Especially the stock market, that's a fun one. Um, I've seen this stuff here and there, but I haven't really connected to it, not like this. Not really going into details of who's doing this. Obviously, it's the cabal energies that you're not fully seeing. I'm not seeing a full picture of it, but I do see them heavily manipulate as for what they're inventing, what they're creating. Just making sure it's not going to come after me. That thing, whatever it is. Looks nice and innocent right now. 30 years? Yeah. Sex doll mania. They have a whole place, whole warehouse full of these guys. But anyway. Um, but yeah, the reason this is being brought up as you connect more, as you become more aware of what's going on. Oh, I'm not sure how that's going to go. Everybody's going to see a different version, but I believe this stuff is going to start bleeding through the dimensions here and there, uh, ever so slightly, and that's in everything. Grocery store is, from what I'm gathering, what I'm seeing here is that yeah, we see our third dimension. Basically, from what I'm feeling, we start seeing more of a fourth dimension. As for you want to see your aliens, well, it won't be just aliens. It'll be angels, elementals. It would just get more of a sense. When it's going to happen, ever so slightly. I believe the knowledge will come through first before you start seeing these things because it's going to be kind of weird. Everybody's different, so it's what you want to pick up on. Like Sylvia Brown, I believe Sylvia Brown said something about be able to see the other side and should just, I mean, I got yelled at for trying to connect to that. I don't think it's that important, like where you were living on the other side, so like some kind of temple or whatever. This is their brothel they go to. I don't know, whatever. Because this is all on the other side. I'm not sure exactly where. We're like ghosts in them, something like that. Doesn't matter. But you know, if it's something, some people see this stuff very clearly, but Sylvia was one of them. But also, anyway, it's not that important. Uh, like with aliens, it's important to really see what they look like. Not really. It seems like their messages are most important right now. That's where they look. Yeah, you'll get if you want to see them. I believe it will come through more clearly over time. But as for angels and guides, the guides will. Now, how do you feel if like you're just minding your own business and all of a sudden you see somebody standing next to you? That would freak you out a little, right? That's just why they don't show themselves very often. And you can have the trolls or whatever crying their heads off. It's like, yeah, we're getting there though. As for the aliens, do they see their guides that clearly? I don't think they do. They know they're there, but they also know they're on a mission. And that would kind of be a kind of distracting. You see your guide everywhere you go. Now, some will connect to them all the time, just like here. So there's always different levels. So some will connect to their guides all the time. We'll see them. Depending on what dimension you're in, third dimension, kind of rough around there. You know, it's kind of rough here, as you can tell. But I believe more will start seeing their guides. Depends on who it is wants to see them. Hearing them is probably most important, and of course that channel will come through more clearly. As for names and looks, I believe most guides here are humanoid looking. Not all. Some are aliens too. It all depends on where you're connected to. I believe I'm more connected to aliens than humans. So I can't seem to get along with this world. I never have, not really well. Especially if you see my progress at work, you'll see why. So yeah, that place is just a battleground. I shouldn't be there, but apparently it does feel like I'm being kicked out about freaking time. Any message to everybody: if you feel like I'm getting top it up here. All right, be back to you. Oh, here, I'll be back in 1 second. Yeah, play some music. Had to move the fans high. Anyway, where am I getting at this? Oh yeah. If you ever feel like you're getting kicked out, it's sometimes better to hear it from somebody else than yourself. I mean, with me, I'm kind of used to it. I mean, not to hearing that. I'm used to everybody talking to me. About 2011, I think it was 2011, 2000. I'm sorry, 2014. When I went to the psychic circle, it was a friend of mine. She was very friendly. Oh, like not a girlfriend, but a friend of mine that was very not a girlfriend, but anyway. Uh, I did readings for her. It's like I think like she couldn't get a job. She's getting kicked. Yeah, she got fired from her job. She couldn't find a job. Her brother was in California. What was it? And I think she was getting kicked out where she lived, all at once. It was like it's like all of a sudden I'm being ejected. So yeah, and then I did a reading for her that yeah, you're getting kicked out. So she went to California and it freaked her out. She couldn't handle it very well. So she had eating disorders, all kinds of stuff. I'm not sure how she's doing now. She hadn't contacted me in a long time. But I felt she was getting kicked out, and it worked out. I mean, okay, it didn't work out for her. I mean, she felt like crazy, but I think she got a boyfriend and she's living whatever it is. But yeah, it's not cheap. I believe it's in L.A. I have to go into more details on for it. But if you feel like you're getting kicked out, most likely you are. I've been wanting to get kicked out of here forever. I believe I'm not getting kicked out of Florida yet, but eventually that probably will happen. But getting kicked out, you will. I don't know. It's like opportunities all of a sudden just go away. You'll know. It's different for everybody. Obviously, I've been living in Florida for a very long time, so anything's possible. But getting kicked out, usually it's pretty like the writing's on the wall. Basically, can't get a job. I can't live anywhere anymore. I do know somebody lives somewhere else. I can move in with them, and everything will be all right. So it's like, even if I can't find a job for a while, I can live with them. That's what we call being kicked out. Meaning you have an option. There, of course, there are cases where you get kicked out, can't go anywhere, and you're stuck where you're living. You have to move in. I mean, I imagine everybody knows somebody somewhere. So anyway, I want to put that out there. As for well, getting kicked out might take a while. So I've been thinking I was getting kicked out from where I'm working out 4 years ago. So anyway, I'm still there. About 3 years ago, but anyway. So anyway, so I'm still there ever since. I've been in my job for 10 years. So but anyway, at least gives you an idea of what that is. When you hear the word, they might call it something else, but getting kicked out is it's an easy way of putting it out in front of you. So anyway, oh yeah, well, seeing how we're all here and we're all getting to know each other, seems like that. I'm not really connected to the chat room that much, but I'm trying. Basically, I don't do much of the chat room because I'm connecting with what's around here, if there's any messages for humanity, things of that sort, taking us to the next level. I feel like I'm going to the next level because I don't feel that right now, but as you can see, you can have up days and off days. It's kind of like that to a certain yeah, at least in energy, at least feeling energetic. So, as for where am I going with all this? Yeah, I picked up on a couple of strange beings. Well, at least one. A orangutan reptilian. That sounds like a joy there, doesn't it? Apparently, I might feel like they're in Sirius right now. We might have some here. I don't think so. Well, they're from other places. Let's put it that way. If you know, I believe it. Yeah, it's a monkey, basically reptilian, basically. Yeah, kind of spooky actually when you think about it. So, yeah, I was doing a healing and saw that around somebody. So, just to let you know that thing does exist. Pigs do exist. Every animal here has a connection to extraterrestrial. Yeah, it's gonna. You know what? It's like it's time to grow up. So a lot of this stuff's gonna come through more clearly. The Carrions are around me a lot yesterday. That's why they came through the channelings. I'm not sure it's gonna come through tomorrow. So you can feel their presence. Sometimes I don't feel presence at all. Then I just see whoever comes in is whoever comes through. Let's see here. Well, another message from the Atlanteans. Yes, during their time, they dealt with the reptilians greatly. They're sure their design of Atlantis, the creation of it, also caused much of the brainwashing, but many humans were buying into it. Like a used car salesman or a snake. Yeah, it was just it became when Atlantis went into darkness. It was a slow burn. You can say it was similar to what happened to Adam and Eve. A murder happened. Can you imagine a civilization perfect as it was Atlantis having its first murder, and then having its first rape, and having its first everything that we have that we experience today. So what they are showing though is propaganda like billboards, but it wasn't exactly billboards, but it was something like it. Well, propaganda, as it happened to us, to lower vibrations. But they're not going into details. They're showing billboards, but I don't believe they had billboards back then. But they're showing like what's happening to us. It's the same thing that's happening to us, but at a much higher frequency. Understand Atlanteans created many species of human here. Asians. Much of Africa. Understand there's many Africans already on Atlantis. There's many different color beings there. Blue, yellow, orange, all kinds of stuff. They're all humanoid. Many of them didn't get wiped out. Their skin textures, like a lot of Asians were really more like a darker Asians or more orange in the past is what I'm seeing. Like Korean or darker skin Asians, basically. I believe it's Korean. Possibly Mexican also. Possibly. I'm getting more Asian energy there. Mexican was totally different. Okay. So it was different populations, different. There was a war with Greece and Atlantis, yes, in the past, but there's many more wars. Yes, nuclear bombs around what you call the Bermuda Triangle. The reason the Bermuda Triangle is the way it is because it was a vortex, but also as many crystals there. Very powerful crystals. You can see a crystal grid that ran Atlantis that was there. That was destroyed. Others might have a different perception of it, but that was one of the perceptions of it. As you go forward, you will know more about the Atlanteans. Many of you are here reincarnated to redo your karma, to clear it. Many were lost at sea during Atlantis. Many of your senators are part of the Atlantean councils that have gone rogue over time, meaning they were very positive during Atlantis and they got corrupted over time and reincarnated here. And now the politicians are here at this time, running the world into the ground as they did before. Becoming rich, this is nothing new. Of course, they did not have the finances during Atlantis. They did not have that, but the power. They want to reconnect to the power. They want to feel like they're a god. And I believe you already see that in every society already. It's a plague that will be healed. The reason they're bringing it up is not to be afraid of these people. Because they know what you know, you'd be surprised. They are aware of spiritualism. And they know you're coming. Jeez. That's a new one. Not to be violent, no, but to clear a lot of the negativity. To explain them more. As they put your world backwards, you will put it forward. All of you will have your own point of view in a more positive direction than negative. It will take time to get used to this. Many of you will become more outspoken, because you will see. The reason they're talking about the government, because they do change timelines. You're talking about timeline changers, that's where they are. Your government systems around here. You want your timeline changers, because that's connected to the Illuminati energies. You heal that, you will change their change, basically. They won't like that. That's why they're bringing it up. It's like, oh, I want to ignore those people. Yeah, well, they are running the system, and you can just not judge them, not make fun of them, just to clear the air of what they're doing. Basically, what they're saying, a lot of it doesn't, not to say you have to follow it. I wouldn't do that because it's crap. But only if you want to. But I believe there will be, I don't know, some of you will feel, gee, why did I see that? Like Washington trying to grab you by the throat. That's what I'm talking about. It's like, where does the healing need to be done? Is where the corruption, because they're keeping people like aliens, but also spiritualism. They're keeping it away. Now, it does seem like they can't go after spiritualism. They can only do it so much. They're not allowed to fully, because it does seem like the cabal needs it also to function. You can't rid of it. So it needs to be around. You can call it bad all you want, because a lot of it is, as you can tell, it's running this world, but they need it. You can't just rule it out altogether. You have to let it function. They have to help. It's like cutting that off is like cutting off their blood. So, and I'm going to go into Alex Jones a little bit, just for a second, because he's aware of all this, but he's ignoring a lot of it. Oh, yeah, that's right. The Bilderberg group is tomorrow in Virginia. Does it matter? Let's see if I can connect it. If I can connect to something, I'll bring it up. Anyway, this is like the money changers. You know what? When I'm filming for the Bilderberg group, if you're not knowing what I'm talking about, here, I'll give you more of an idea, because it's all over the news now. 1 second. All the back ones. Just give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Secretive builder group and talk Russia, Trump. This is all in Virginia, though. New movie exposing the Bilderberg. Not a whole lot. Secretive global group to mold Trump era Bilderberg group to meet in Virginia. There's not a whole lot being said right now. So you can probably go to Alex Jones' site and see more. But it does seem like he's ignoring a lot of it. But anyway, that's not his agenda here anyway, too. Not Alex Jones' agenda to really connect to the cabal energies. It is very metaphysics, if you want to call it that. It's called whatever you want to call it, basically. Yeah, to connect to the Bilderberg group quite for a second here. We used to like the richest people, well, something like that. I don't think they're here to set the agenda. From what I feel, they've been weakened. But I'm not getting a full indication of why. They're not as powerful as they used to be. It does seem like, these are the ones that want to bring in the New World Order and, kill the economy and stuff like that. All that Illuminati jazz, basically. That's those guys. And there are others, the Club of Rome, and there's another one that I can't think of. It doesn't matter. Whatever. This one's in public view because they can't hide it anymore, and they don't want to go hide away because they don't want to hide. So they create a web, to show that they're guilty. And it seems like they like getting along with each other. It's all just a bunch of men. Mostly it's kind of gross, but anyway, a bunch of old, smelly old men. Yeah, it sounds like a real nice meeting to creepy and old and just whatever. For my feeling is that they're not as powerful as they used to be. Like I said, I wouldn't worry about the interesting. I wouldn't worry about the economy. It's going to go up and down. They're going to blame Trump and whatever. But anyway, they don't like Trump at all. It feels like they're going to lose the. I don't know. I don't know what they say. They say lose the election. It does seem like the Democrats are going to win the next time, like for Congress and the crap I don't care about. It does seem like, but nothing's going to get done. It's already. I mean, anyway. It doesn't matter. Now it does seem like Trump. Let's see here. I don't think he's going to get impeached. They want him out, but he's doing what he's told. That's how he is under some kind of control, of course. But he's also I think he's doing good somewhere. I'm not sure what it is. He's in to bring a new era. Like him or not, he's here to bring a new era. People will understand that more. He connects to the spiritual energies that are around him. I believe I don't see him getting kicked out. I just see scandal after scandal. You're going to try and make his life hell. But that's mostly what I see. As for the Bilderberg group, however you pronounce it, whatever. As for these guys, I wouldn't put. I think it's mostly talk. I don't think they're going to really. It does seem like they're trying to make themselves rich mostly, and I don't see them. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like as powerful as it used to be. Dave Rockefeller died not so long ago, so that's probably one of the reasons behind it. It's just a bunch of old men getting together, basically. Does it mean something? Yes, but like I said, I don't feel the power is what it used to be. 2008, I believe they did have something to do with that, with the collapse of the economy. And I think it hurt them, too, when they did that. So I believe they're aware of it before it happened. And it hurt them, and I don't think they want to go through that again. Like they said, it might be a retail collapse. I don't think that's going to happen either. Yes, it will collapse, but it's not going to ruin the economy. It's going to go up and down. More people are going to be eating at home, not going to be eating out as much. Yes, that's true. But that's not going to kill the economy either. It's going to go up and down like it is. It does seem like, what? I feel, like China, they say China is like a tinderbox, right? It's going to blow up. It's not perfect, but I do see money from nowhere being put into China and other places. How hard is that? It can't be very hard. You just add a couple of zeros and you're good. So maybe a couple of thousand zeros, whatever it is. Either way, money's being created out of thin air. I feel that. So like I said, I don't see the economy. I do see the economy getting better in China. Well, I'm feeling. So North Korea, I don't see them getting removed yet. It's possible. Right now, it's up in the air. I don't see them doing it anytime soon. It just seems like, from what I feel right now, they're trying to avoid it. They're trying to avoid it for many reasons. So now, news organizations like Fox, a lot of I do see a change in news organizations. I feel like a lot of reptilian energies around that too, like the propaganda machines that we're so lucky to be, lucky us, right? I see a big change in them coming. I'm not being told what. It's coming, and probably because Fox isn't doing too good, but I just see a big. Well, I want to say they're going to talk more about this kind of stuff, but I don't think they're there yet. They're getting there. They're going to have to eventually. They can't ignore this forever. it'll get larger eventually. It'll find its way. As more become more alien. Uh, Now, understand when I talk about alien, I mean basically like people painting. I see people already paint themselves already, right? Well, I think that's going to. I believe that's going to happen eventually. More people are just calling themselves what alien species they feel connected to. Also, feel people here be connected more to the angels. Of be they have more of the angel energies. Identifying yourself like that, like elementals. Like I feel very connected to the elementals, so I'll be more of an elemental now. A gnome or whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call them. There's a that's going to help our world awaken little by little. So uh, just to say here is just the beginning stages of it. There are probably other places, but this is one of them for sure. I mean, how are you going to change this world if you just talk about it all the time? I mean, talk is good in some degree, but action is good also. So just whatever people are feeling comfortable with, basically. Uh, remember also, you don't have to paint yourself or whatever you want to do. You don't have to do any of that. But also your energy fields are changing as you connect to Earth. The Earth is changing. As Earth changes, you become more aware of what's going on. It just starts to happen little by little. Let's put it like such as like I work at my job right now. Eventually, that's going to deteriorate, and I can do more of this stuff. If I do more of this, I'll be connecting more and feel more connected. So it takes one thing after the other. It takes just one step after the other, basically. So yeah, when I go to work, it's like, so it's hard to keep a level high there because it's just fuck. Boss runs around like he's about to have a heart attack, basically. I'm surprised he hasn't had a heart attack. It's like all guns are pointing. It's like, jeez. It's like all guns are pointed at you, and it's just ridiculous, man. It sucks, but it's the way it is. Like I said, most of the time it's fine, but especially when the businesses are doing good. So anyway, so basically, yeah, transition of Earth is already upon us. So yeah, there are timeline changes, but I wouldn't say bad. I believe many are going to bring more positive vibrations, such as the terrorism stuff like that, will be more understood. Eventually, stop. Takes time for that. I believe more will be able to tap into ISIS. Maybe talk to them telepathically to calm it down, to chill out. That's probably see where else is going. Takes time for that. You gotta be careful, of course. A lot of psychic attacks become more aware. I should know about that already. I think I happened last night. So things like that are going to start becoming more no. Just the way it is. Let's see what time it is. Not sure how long I've been here. It'll go for another 15 minutes. Something like that. About an hour. Go for another 15 minutes. So yeah, it's I feel a lot of dragon energies also. Oh, okay, that's connected to ISIS. Not to say dragons are bad. It does seem like the Cabal energies uses the dragon against. There's a lot with the dragon. I believe in a time in the past they were seen here. I'm not sure where, but they were here with humans in the past. You don't draw all this stuff out of your mind. No, they saw them. Some reason they're extinct. I believe they just went to Agartha. But this might the dragon energies of Cabal uses a lot of that against us. Use whatever they can against us. Like if you're connected to fairies, connected to angels, they can try and manipulate whatever you're connected to. It's like where like I see on TV, where are you vulnerable? Because that's where we're gonna hit. Like a self-image. Oh, you got a problem with self-image? Here, we just give you a bunch of pizzas. something like that. They're playing us. The more you see that you're being played, the more you can heal it. And as I say, we're all being constantly manipulated, not every day, but in some cases we are. It all depends. Like with our fears, it's like we're already controlling ourselves already, right? With fear, we're already running ourselves into the ground basically as soon as we're born, right? So we're already running ourselves into the ground. We don't think anything of ourselves. We have self-image problems. We don't talk, stay our minds. We don't say what's on our mind because we feel like someone's going to kick our ass. I know my job, but you can't. It's like talking to a wall half the time. So it's like, yeah, you don't want to get bitten for no reason. You get kind of tired of that. But a lot of karma, it comes to a person like that also. So we're not going to be easy to connect with. So anyway. But yeah, it says about the dragon energies is used for positive, but used for negative also. That's why I say negative. Reptilian, the dragon has something to do. It's dragon blood. It's not dragon energy. Dragon blood, I believe, does exist somewhere. Dragon fire also. I see like dragon fire in a. I'm not sure if you have dragon fire in a jar, but maybe dragon's breath. I believe that does exist somewhere, but especially yeah, Asia definitely. There's a lot of stuff that's not going to be clear. Uh, but they are using a lot. You're using everything you can against this. But as you realize what they're using against you, can heal it and go forward, basically. For example, well, as I said, like self-image, whatever it might be, that's bugging you the most. Fear of heights. Not to say it's going to really rule your life from running into the ground, but they like to watch you. They can't assassinate you. They can try and kill you, but you have to kill yourself, basically. From what I gather. Isn't that nice? Once they lose that power, they get pissed. I've already felt that. So you're not going to self-destruct. Now they can still try to do that by telling yourself, "Don't you want to kill yourself? No, you're not doing so good. You're not looking too good. You're not feeling good." They can do that stuff. It's just that you have to do it. So if you feel that, you just say, you heal it, or you just tell it to, you push it away, whatever it is. Sometimes they won't let it go. Yeah, this is the beings that are here. They're not very friendly. Not to say all of them are like that, not at all. A lot of positive ones here, of course. But when the negative ones come down, they come down hard, as you can tell. Let's see what else we got. Even it seems like even the Anunnaki themselves have been manipulated by reptilians and other beings. It seems like the Anunnaki also have been going through a lot of self-image problems. They're seen as the villain, but much. Yeah, it does seem like there's been wars with them at this time. Also, War of the Oceans, here and there, here and there, that we're not aware of. Will eventually. Basically, what future I see is more people becoming out of their shadows a bit when the time is right. Over time, people are become more like it's okay to be intuitive basically and be very clear on it. Like what you've seen on TV, some of oh gosh, I don't remember her name. The Long Island medium. If you look her up, she's all over the internet. But she goes to people and and tells them like someone died and stuff like that. That's all staged. It looks very real, but that's I believe a lot of that will become more. Not to say you're going to go to a person and start telling them this stuff. Usually, you have to. Can I approach you? I have a message for you. Stuff like that. People do that all here and there. A lot of people are spooked at that. I believe that will become more. That become more the norm eventually. We're going to go into that direction eventually. Has become more known. So it's not just it's just the psychic people coming to get us. It's just more the intuitive people that are more of the real world is coming coming out of its shadows basically. Yeah, you can't look the other direction anymore. Yeah, and there's a dark side to all this, of course. Um, yeah, this is one I picked up. That's right. There's two things. There's one cult, like what was the one of was Heaven's Gate. That was they're very extraterrestrial. That was the Nordics telling them at this date you're all going to kill yourselves, whatever. But also, yeah, with more people becoming more aware of their abilities, some are going to go into cults willingly, uh, because they feel like the aliens are going to pick them up or stuff like that. You know, it's great and everything, but you know, when you connect to aliens and astral, so if you're trying to speed up the situation, speed it up, you know, might want to look at what group you're in, you know. And if you're not, you know, all of this has to do with self, like eating at McDonald's. It's about the self. You know, is this good for you? Is this bad for you? And you know, clearing a lot of this, you know, not changing isn't going to bring your aliens to you. You got to change, and changing is becoming more connected, less fear, less all of this. You know, less manipulations, more understandings. But I do feel stuff's going to start erupting over time. So just make you aware of that. Because basically, you are your own temple. So, I mean, you might get messages from alien spirit guides, from others, channelers, healers. That's fine to find your direction. There's nothing wrong with that. Is when you become into a situation where you have to connect with us, so we can take you to the star people. That gets kind of weird. Hey, let's all go to this meeting, and it just gets kind of weird after. You know, you can get to any alien meeting you want. You don't have to submit emails or anything. Alien meetings happen all the time, I believe. Are they boring? Probably. Do you want to connect to them? Probably not. You know what I mean? I mean, you can do all this individually. As for receiving infusions, you can all receive this on your own. You don't need to go to somebody. It's okay to go to a channel, you know, for a message to help you get used to all this. That's understandable. But remember, you can do all this stuff. This is what I'm saying. You can do all this stuff on your own. You know, receiving messages, you might need assistance to open up yourself to connect more. But you know, this is your show. You know, it takes a while getting used to all this. Yes, it's all crazy. Yes. Um, a lot of skeptics out there. Yeah, whatever. Good for you guys. You know, you're going to see a lot of that because I do see fear. As you connect more to yourself, people are going to be just spooked out. It's just not ready to connect. But I wouldn't just now. Yeah, I mean, even a while, I judge people that don't connect to this stuff. And I stopped doing that. You know, I had a problem with them. Just like I cleared all that. It's like, as for getting along with, you know, the social world, it's not easy. I don't care about their stuff. I don't care about sports. That's there's anything wrong with it. Just I'm just not interested in it. Yeah, galactic sports. Yeah, there you go. But it does seem like more people eventually. I see it. It takes time. Get used to it. This is new to me too. I'm learning with everybody else. I'm not Mr. Know-it-all. I don't know anything. Just going by what's it does seem like the Atlantean energies will come through when the time is right. Everything will come in when the time is right. Like I said, like you're connecting to bizarre beings, or not necessarily ought to be bad, but when you're doing healing, you do connect to a lot of strange stuff sometimes. But let's see. Message from Archangel Michael: just follow your own path, basically. Not to be afraid. Take your time. If you feel it's a little bit too much, step back. It's that simple. Because some of this can be very overwhelming. It takes a while for the belief system to set into what is coming, what is here. But there's nothing to be afraid of. At first, you might have fear. That is just you getting adjusting to this new environment. As you think your imagination is playing tricks on you, it's actually your fourth dimensional energies are coming through clearer to you than you might have thought before. You think it's all your imagination, but you're actually feeling the other dimensions that are around you talking to you right now. It's not that hard to move the fourth density. When you're coming out of a low vibration like this, it can feel very like your body is in a shock. But once you get used to it, it's no big deal. And some are going to try to be better than everyone. It's just the way it is here. But you will all adjust eventually to what is right for you. Yes, you're going to a new phase of a test. Many are economically challenged, but to understand, you'll be able to tap into why it's challenging, and many will be thankful for it. In the long run, you will see it eventually. Because it helps you get closer to somebody normally you'll be at distance. There's much more to that, of course. It's like you have a flat tire for a reason. That's by the economic situation. You're there for a reason. Your soul is teaching you something. You are teaching yourself something. Go with what is, for right now, what is easy for you to connect with. You could be writing something down, conscious channeling, healing, spirit guides, angels, elementals, aliens. What is it that feels right for you? There is no wrong. If you wish to connect to spirits on the other side, they'd be delighted to connect with you, of course. Some will hear them more than others. Some are not meant to hear everything. There is a mystery there. It's just not, you're not always meant to connect to everybody. It's not your mission. But you can change that if you wish. If you wish to hear more from spirits on the other side, you can refine your ear. But if you're here to connect to the other dimensions, that's a whole other story. It is harder to prove that. Well, to those in the third density. Those that are connected to the fourth density, they can connect to what you are connected to easily. And that's where many of you are at this time. Everybody's different, but many are connected more to fourth density, the astral planes. So you can confirm all this. But what those are in the lower third density, they won't understand. Not now. Not now. Eventually. They'll call it not real, but it is actually very real. And the third density is very unready for a fourth density vibration. Those times are coming. As the third density and fourth density energies will see each other for the first time. As many of you go into more fourth density or five density, will be clear conscious of kindness to one another. Those that are kindest usually move the fastest. Some that are negative will use their negative as they choose to. A lesson for everybody. They want to teach everybody a lesson. Yeah, so look at this as you being preached to you. You're teaching yourself. You're learning how to relearn yourself, basically. How do I tap into myself? How do I know myself? You will figure that out. We are just here to guide you through this channel, but of course, we are all there for you to connect with. We're all equal. We just don't always treat each other that way. Eventually. Blessings. Okay, we've got that. All right, blessings, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you for donating memberships, everything. Thank you. Much appreciated. Uh, More of these, yeah, tomorrow webinar, but we're going to continue with live streams. Probably continue in this format for a while until I upgrade system. We'll see. See how it goes. So this might be easier on the machine, though. We'll see. So, blessings, everyone. Take care, and happy connecting.